Good morning, brothers and sisters. This is Chuck. Chuck's Off the Grid World. I'm going to have a little discussion today about a failure I had with my solar system. My solar system is on top of my roof. The solar panels, they come down and they go into this compartment right here. And when I was on my trip in Arizona in January and February, I had a failure, and it's an unusual failure that we're going to talk about today. Okay, the way this works is the power comes off the roof, off the solar panels, comes through these wires right here, and the positive is red, goes into this circuit breaker, and then it goes into the charge controller, which is this right here. From the charge controller, it goes into another fuse like this right here, and then it goes into my batteries. What was happening was I would be sitting, and everything's working just fine. All the charge is coming in, it's doing like it's supposed to be doing, and all of a sudden it would lose the solar part of the power. I'll show you what it looks like inside when it's normal. Okay, this is what it normally looks like if everything's working correctly. You got showing lines coming in to the battery from the solar panels. I don't know if you can see that on there or not, but there's little arrows that go across there, and you got 20 amps coming in. Hit this button here. 13 volts at the battery. So that's what it looks like. And it's got over here, it's got the solar panels, and it's got the sun, the shape of a sun. So that's what it's supposed to be looking like. But what was happening for me is it was shut down, and the part where there shows, for example, 11.1 amps, there'll be 000 amps. No amps coming in, no amps over here, period. And so I couldn't figure that out, why that was happening. But okay, when it's not working correctly, it shows like this. It shows a moon, and there's no arrows going across. So what's happening at this point is not getting a charge, and it should be getting a charge. And that's what was happening to me. It would be, everything would be perfect, and all of a sudden it'd go from being working correctly to this, and I was trying to figure out why this was going on. Okay, seeing that I wasn't getting a charge, my first assumption was this charge controller had gone bad. Now this charge controller has been working well. It's about 10 years old. I have 3 of them. I have 2 other ones on a different project, but hadn't had any problems with it. So when you're camping off the grid, you have a hard time ordering stuff. Where are you going to send it to? So we waited till we got to a friend's house in Texas, and we had it sent to their house. And so I bought a brand new one of these. Okay, and I thought, well, that's got to be the problem. So while I was hooking it up, this fuse right here that's on the other side, I discovered that it was a faulty fuse. This fuse wouldn't shut on and off like this. Right now, this one is a good one. It will do it. Turn it off. See, now it's not doing it. So apparently it's not a good one. It's like this one right here. I can turn it on and off. And that's why I have it there, so I can shut the power, the solar power, off to my batteries. But this one is faulty. And this is the one that came off of it. So what was happening, I'm assuming, by the way, my batteries are underneath this plywood here. I have the plywood there to protect it in case when I'm traveling something doesn't fly off and short it out or whatever, but that's just a safety precaution. So what was happening was this thing, for some reason, is faulty, and it would work fine until it got up to about pull about 10 or 15 amps, and then it would shut itself off. But when I would look at it, it still looked like this. It wouldn't look like it was set. This thing was actually stuck, and it wouldn't turn up. So now I can't get to flip back. It was stuck, and the only thing I could assume was it got up to 15 or 20 amps and got a little bit warm, and then it wouldn't shut down. It wanted to shut down early. It wouldn't shut down, and I couldn't identify that because it didn't flip this thing down. So what you need to do is you be careful with these things. This is the second one I've had problems with. I ended up putting a brand new solar charge controller on it, and I left this piece off. 40 amps going in. The charge controller is supposed to have a fuse in it that takes care of if there's more than 40 amps going in, and so I just wanted to be extra careful with it. But I don't suggest you use this type unless you're really careful and choose them. I don't know what to say. I'm still using it, obviously, but that's because I can shut my solar off right there that easily. I must do that if the batteries are below 32 degrees, because they're lithium batteries, and they said that you don't want to charge them below 32 degrees. Supposedly damage the batteries. I don't know. So I went ahead and replaced the charge controller. I think it was $112 with tax, so it wasn't too bad. Now I have 3 of them that are operating, 2 of them on another project, and this one on this one. Plus I have a spare, so I have a spare to as a backup. But this is an unusual problem. I don't understand that problem. Never seen that before. If anybody else has had this particular problem, give me a comment in the comment section. But all in all, everything is good. Thank you for watching.